The learning Zili Nishmas Etta Ahuva by Yaakov Masechs Nedarim Perek Yud Aleph Mishna Beis Ve'eloheim Nidrei Inoi Nefesh. So we said according to Rabbi Yosi, it's not considered Inoi Nefesh if there's only a little bit of Inoi, like Rechitzas Yom Echad or Iskasha Yom Echad. Inoi Nefesh would have to be something bigger than that. So what is Inoi Nefesh? Amra Koinem Peres Ha'olam Alai, if she says that I'm answering the fruits of the world on myself, harezeh yachal afer. So by not being allowed to eat any fruits, that's inoi nefesh, and then he could be mefer. But if she says peris medina alai, peris of the country are on me, then yavilah me medina acheres. Then that's not considered inoi nefesh. A large amount of inoi nefesh, according to Rabbi Yosi, it's not enough inoi nefesh. And therefore, because she could bring it from a different city, and therefore he can't be mefer. Peris chemini ze alai. Let's say she says, I'm answering the fruits of this storekeeper on me, ini yachalaver, because she could get fruits from a different storekeeper. So it's not a large inoi nefesh, not enough of inoi nefesh, according to Rabbi Yosi. But if the only way they used to buy fruits was from this storekeeper because he trusted them, because they bought on credit, so then this is the only way she's going to be able to get her fruits. That is inoi nefesh, harezeh yafer, then he could be mefer, divrei Rabbi Yosi. So this Mishnah again is going Rabbi Yosi l'shitase. Mishnah Gimel, koinem she'eni nena librius, if she makes a neder that she's not going to have hana from people, from brios, eina yachal lahafer. That's not considered inoi nefesh. Why? Because she could still have, Pashas the word is because she could still have hana from him, because the Baal, her husband, is not considered brios. When she's referring to brios, she's referring to everyone else. But her husband is not considered another person, and therefore she could have hana from her husband. That's l'chayr the pshat in the Mishnah. And also, furthermore, she's able to have hana from leket shicha upeya. So the Gemara asks, so now it sounds like a different reason. It sounds like not because she could have hana from her husband, but because she could find a different way to get supported, because she's allowed to use leket shicha upeya, which is hefker, and that's not having direct hana from brias. So the Gemara says three terutzim to this kasha. Either Ula says that there's two reasons why she's allowed to have hana, why it's not considered inoi nefesh. I mean, when she says koinim she'eni nena librius, firstly because she could have hana from her husband, and also because even if her husband's ani and has nothing to give her, she could get from leket shicha upeya. The Rava says that no, really her husband is bechal brius. So when she says koinim she'eni nena librius, she's not allowed to have from her husband. And the only reason why he can't be mefer, the only reason in the Mishnah is the second reason, is yicheli lahanis b'leket shicha upeya, because she could have hana from leket shicha upeya. And Rav Nachman, the third teretz in the Gemara, is again going back that she could have hana from her husband. Her husband is not considered bechal brius, and the only reason we needed the second reason of saying that she could have hana from leket shicha upeya to explain why it's not inoi nefesh is in the case where he divorces her. So now he goes back again to be bechal brius. She wouldn't be allowed to have hana from him, and therefore you would need the reason because she's able to have leket shicha upeya, and therefore it's not considered inoi nefesh. This Mishnah again is going like Rabbi Yosi, that a small inconvenience is not considered inoi nefesh. The Mishnah continues, koinim koyanim leviim nenim li. If he makes an eder that koyanim leviim can't have hana from me. So even though normally we say that a person has the right to decide which kohen and levi to give it to, so therefore by giving it to a certain kohen and levi, they're having hana from him. Over here we don't care about that. The Mishnah says yitlu al karcha. So it sounds like the Gemara says that we hold tovas hana in a moment. That right that you have to give it, to decide which kohen and levi you want to give it to, is not considered having a monetary hana, tovas hana in a moment, and therefore the kohen and levim could just take it away from him al karcha. But if he says koinim elu v'levim elu nenem li, but if he says specifically these koinim and these levim, so then these koinim and levim can't take it. Yilu acherim, only other koinim could take it, because it sounds like tevis hana is mammon. So the Gemara has two pshatim again. Either it's a taka stira, and one the Reisha and the Seifa arguing whether Teves Hana is Mammon or not Mammon. The Gemara brings two Tanoim that hold either way. Maskanas HaGemara is, Rava says that the Vard in the Reisha is because since he asered all Kainim and all Leviim, so now this Truma has no Shavius at all because he's not able to give it to anyone and he himself can't use it. So it's like Afer Ba'alma. And therefore, since it's Afer Ba'alma, so now the Kainim Leviim could take it. However, in the Seifa, where he only asked certain Kainim Leviim, but he's still able to give it to other Kainim Leviim, so then, and the Teves Hana is Mammon, and therefore these Kainim Leviim can't take it, only other Kainim Leviim.